No one really knew what to expect from Kate. When she first entered the royal world, many whispered behind closed doors. Could a common girl truly become a queen one day? Could she carry the weight of history on her shoulders? Could she stand tall in a world full of rules, eyes, and endless expectations? The day she married Prince William, millions watched her. Her white wedding dress shimmered like a dream, but people still wondered. The royal life was not easy. It was full of pressure, of old traditions, and public eyes. One small mistake could become world news. One wrong word could bring headlines. But Kate walked forward, smiling softly, graceful with every step. That was the first clue. Then came her first royal trip as Duchess. When she stepped out in Canada, wearing a simple blue dress, the crowd gasped. The color was a nod to Canada's flag. Her hat had a small maple leaf on it. People felt she had honored their land. That dress spoke louder than any speech. The press took notice. Fashion experts praised her. But more than that, the people smiled. They felt seen. In the following years, Kate seemed to master this silent language of fashion. Her outfits were never random. They always had a meaning. Sometimes a soft message of peace. Sometimes a deep sign of respect. Sometimes a bold call of strength. And every time, she made people wonder, this young woman, could she truly be the next queen? The answer began to form little by little, through her clothes, her grace, and her unspoken power. One rainy morning, Kate was seen stepping out of a car at a war memorial event. It was cold, and the sky was gray. Yet she stood tall in a dark green coat, simple but elegant, her hair tied back, and a small red poppy on her chest. She looked solemn, full of respect. Patrons in the crowd wiped tears from their eyes. Old man whispered, "She's one of us." The pictures of that day traveled the world. No loud speeches were needed. Just her presence, her quiet honor, told the story. But Kate also knew how to connect with younger people. At a children's hospital, she wore a light pink dress, soft and warm. The children smiled. They weren't scared to approach her. Knelt beside their beds, listening, laughing, giving comfort. Her outfit was not grand, not royal in the old sense. But it made her human, gentle, close to the people. She feels like a mother, one parent said later. Another piece of the queen-in-making puzzle was set. At state dinners, her style took another form. A famous evening was when she wore a white gown with sparkling details to greet foreign leaders. The room full of dignitaries and royalty seemed to brighten when she entered. Reporters wrote about how she balanced the grand with the modern. The royal with the personal eyes followed her. Respect deepened. Then there were the quiet days, when no grand event called, but duty did. On one such day, Kate visited a community helping families in need. She arrived in simple trousers, a cream jumper, and flat shoes. No diamonds, no fanfare. Wow, but those in the room noticed the effort, the warmth. She listened carefully to every story. She asked thoughtful questions. People left the room saying, "She understands us." Through each of these moments, her style built something bigger than beauty. It built trust. It built a connection between past and future. It showed a queen not born to the palace, but one who could wear the crown with heart. Now, the world watches her with different eyes. The early doubts are fading. In their place is a sense of wonder. Could this be the queen the modern age needs? One who understands both tradition and change? Who can walk among the people and yet stand beside kings? Kate's outfits still make headlines, yes. But it is no longer just about fashion. It is about a deeper story. A queen in waiting, writing her future one choice at a time. What will she? Where next? What message will she send? More than that, what kind of queen will she become when her day comes? The answers lie ahead, waiting to unfold. The world waited for her next move. Every time Kate stepped into the public eye, there was a sense of wonder. What would she wear? What message would she send? Would this be the moment when she showed even more of the queen she was becoming? There was an air of quiet suspense when it was announced that Kate would attend an important royal ceremony at Westminster Abbey. It was a service full of deep history, where kings and queens of the past were honored. The crowd gathered outside. Reporters from around the world set up their cameras. Inside the abbey, great arches and stone walls stood silent, waiting. Would Kate rise to this grand moment? Would her style reflect the weight of history? When the royal car finally pulled up, there was a hush. The door opened. Kate stepped out, wearing a long, deep burgundy coat, fitted to perfection. On her head was a matching hat, simple but elegant. Around her neck, a small pendant with an old royal symbol glimmered softly. She looked regal, poised, but also fresh, as if the old and new worlds had met in her. As she walked up the stone steps, the watchers whispered. She seemed untouched by nerves, yet full of grace. There was no loudness in her outfit, no overstatement, just quiet power. One woman in the crowd said softly, "She's becoming a queen, step by step." Inside the abbey, the cameras captured her every move. Sitting among royals and nobles, Kate held her posture perfectly, listening with calm eyes. The fashion experts later wrote that her outfit had honored royal tradition while also showing her personal style. It was a delicate balance, and once again, she had mastered it. But it wasn't just grand events where Kate's style left a mark. One cold winter morning, she made an unannounced visit to a children's center in a poor part of London. No press had been told, but word spread fast. Kate arrived in a soft gray coat with a simple scarf and flat boots. No heavy makeup. No jewelry except her wedding ring. She spent hours at the center, sitting on small chairs, listening to young mothers, playing with toddlers, offering warm smiles. The photos that later surfaced were not from royal photographers, but from parents, with phone cameras, and those pictures showed a different kind of queen. One who cared, one who came without grandness, one who wanted to understand real lives. The public loved her even more after that visit. "She's one of us," people wrote online. Fashion experts again noticed how her outfit helped her blend in, making people feel comfortable, not distant. They said this too was a sign of her future as queen, a queen who would walk with her people. There was always a sense of wonder. How did Kate do it? How did she choose the right outfit for every mood, every moment? Some said she had a great team helping her. But those close to her revealed that Kate herself spent hours thinking about her clothes, not for vanity, but for meaning. She studied old royal photos, read about past queens, and also followed modern fashion. She wanted to show respect to the crown, but also connect with today's world. It was a careful dance between history and the present. She danced it well at times. There was deep emotion, too. One of the most touching moments came at a remembrance service for fallen soldiers. Kate arrived wearing a black coat with a small red poppy pin, the symbol of sacrifice. Her face was calm but carried deep feeling. As the music played and names were read, tears glistened in her eyes. The cameras caught it. The world saw it. That one image, Kate with quiet tears and a poppy on her chest, was shared millions of times. It touched people's hearts. Many wrote, "This is the queen we need." Each event, each outfit added a new piece to the picture of the queen she was becoming. Strong, yet soft. Modern, yet respectful. Dignified, yet warm. The suspense grew when the time came. Would she truly be ready to wear the crown? And yet, there were still mysteries. What would her next grand appearance bring? How would she handle the even bigger royal duties ahead? And what hidden sides of her would the world still discover through her style and her heart? These were the questions that followed Kate now. The answers waited in the days to come like unopened gifts, and the story of a queen in the making. The world was still watching. The story of Kate, the future queen, was not finished yet. Every time she stepped out in public, people felt the same excitement. What would she wear today? What message would she send? And deeper still, what kind of queen would she become? Whispers grew louder as a new royal event approached, the Grand Royal Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey. It would be one of Kate's most important appearances. Leaders from across the world would attend. It was not just a moment of fashion, it was a moment of leadership. Many wondered how would Kate meet this moment. For weeks before the event, the press speculated. Designers guessed what color she might choose. Royal watchers asked, Would she wear something bold? Would she wear something soft? The answer would matter. This event was about unity, about showing respect to many nations, many cultures. Kate would have to find the perfect way to balance history, modern life, and her own growing role. When the morning of the service arrived, there was a sense of suspense in the air. Crowds gathered outside the abbey, cameras lined the street. Everyone waited for that one car, the one carrying Kate. When the royal car finally arrived, a hush fell over the crowd. The door opened. Kate stepped out, and once again she surprised everyone. She wore a bright, deep red coat dress, with a matching hat and simple nude heels. The color was strong, full of life. It showed respect for the importance of the event, but it also showed confidence. A queen in the making, ready to be seen. But more than the color, it was the details that caught the eye. On her shoulder, a small brooch in the shape of the Commonwealth emblem glimmered, a quiet nod to the meaning of the day. Her hair was swept back, letting her face shine. Her eyes were calm, clear. Her smile, gentle but sure. As she walked up the grand stone steps, cameras flashed. People in the crowd whispered, "She looks every inch a queen." Inside the abbey, Kate took her place among the leaders. The service was long, full of speeches and songs. But Kate held her grace throughout. Every movement, every glance showed quiet strength. When she stood to greet guests from different countries, she spoke with warmth, with care. It was clear. She understood the importance of this moment. And once again, her outfit helped tell that story. Bold, respectful, hopeful. After the event, photos of Kate filled the news. Fashion experts praised her. World leaders spoke of her grace, and the people, they felt pride. It's ready. Many wrote online, "One day she will make a great queen." But as always, Kate did not stop there. The next week, she made a quiet visit to a small school in the countryside. No media fanfare. It's just a simple outfit, jeans, a cream sweater, and flat boots. She knelt to talk to children, helped with their art, listened to their stories. A parent later said, "She made us feel important." This was the wonder of Kate. She could move from the grandest royal stage to the simplest village room. She could wear diamonds one day and denim the next. And always her heart showed through. Behind the scenes, those close to her said she worked harder than many knew. She studied, she listened, she asked questions. Every outfit, every public moment was planned with great care, because Kate understood. Her clothes were not just for beauty. They were a language. They could speak of respect, of kindness, of hope. They could show the queen she was becoming now, as the years move forward. One question remains on many lips when her time comes. What kind of queen will Kate be? The answer is not fully known. The biggest chapters of her story still lie ahead. But piece by piece, moment by moment, Kate is showing the world her path. A queen of the people, a queen of grace, a queen who honors the past and looks to the future. For now, her unstoppable outfits keep telling that story, one elegant choice at a time. And the world watches, wondering, waiting, for the day the crown will rest on her head and the story of Queen Kate will truly begin. The whispers had now turned into voices across the country and even across the world. People were talking. They watched Kate's every move, her every outfit, wondering, was she ready to be queen? Would she truly carry the crown with grace and strength? Yet no one really knew the answer. The role of queen was not just about beauty or charm. It was about heart, about knowing when to stand tall and when to kneel close to the people, and about wearing not just jewels, but also the hopes of a nation. Could Kate do all this? There was great curiosity when news broke that Kate would soon take on one of her most public royal duties yet, hosting a grand charity gala at Buckingham Palace. This was a huge test. The eyes of the world would be on her. The guest list was full of foreign royals, world leaders, celebrities, and important figures. The event would raise money for children's health, a cause close to Kate's heart. As the day approached, suspense grew. What would she wear? What kind of queenly image would she show this time? The palace kept the details secret. The press waited eagerly. So did fashion experts and royal watchers. On the night of the gala, cameras were ready. Outside the palace, the grand gates stood tall, shining under soft lights. Black cars arrived one by one. Dressed guests walked up the red carpet. Then the moment came. The royal car pulled up. People leaned forward. The door opened. Kate stepped out. The gasps were audible. She wore a shimmering, dark emerald green gown, flowing softly to the ground. Her hair was styled simply, framing her face. Around her neck was a diamond necklace once worn by the late Queen Elizabeth. It was a bold choice, full of meaning. A sign of respect for the past, and a sign of her place in the royal future. But it wasn't just the outfit that caught attention. It was the way she carried herself. Her walk was calm, sure. Her smile was gentle, warm. She looked every inch a future queen, not distant, but close. Not stiff, but graceful. The cameras followed her inside. During the gala, Kate moved with ease among guests. She gave a short speech about the children the charity helped. Her voice was steady. Her words touched the heart. Reporters later wrote that she had held the room with quiet power. A queen in the making, one headline said the next morning. Yet Kate's growing role was not just about grand moments. Behind the scenes, she kept doing small visits, often without the press. One rainy day, she was spotted visiting a women's shelter. No official photos, no fancy dress. Just a navy coat, a ponytail, and simple shoes. She sat with women who had faced hard times. She listened. She held their hands. One woman later said, "She gave me hope." This balance between public shine and private kindness made Kate different. It built more trust, more love from the people. The wonder grew stronger. What more would she show in the months ahead? There was also great emotion when she attended a royal military event for the first time as a solo royal. Wearing a dark tailored coat with a military-style belt, she stood with soldiers and veterans. The rain fell, but she did not flinch. She walked along the rows of men and women in uniform, shaking hands, giving thanks. For many watching, it was clear Kate understood duty. She respected service. She carried herself with the calm of a leader. Yet even with all this praise, Kate stayed humble. Friends said she still thought carefully about every event, every outfit, not because of fashion, but because of the message. She wanted her clothes to speak when words were not enough. She wanted people to feel respected, seen, and valued. And so, with each new appearance, the suspense deepened. What kind of queen? Would she be in 5 years? In 10? Would she continue to blend history with modern life so skillfully? Would her warmth and wisdom grow even more? The story of Kate was still being written, one graceful step at a time. The world watched, wondering, waiting. For now, her outfits told a story of quiet strength and growing power. But the biggest chapters, the true test of her as queen, still lay ahead.